Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into yet another oldie but goodies playthrough. Well, I decided to boot up the second game of the Agatha Christie hidden object game series. This one is called Peril and End House, which is the second one in the series, released back in 2008. Well, I do have a fond memory of this because I find this to be a really nostalgic game, and if you ask me, this is actually the best one that I've of the four that I've played. Although I only played the first two, so I don't know the last two games. But as far as the first two games goes, this one is my favorite. So we're back in Hercule Poirot's boots again. This is also based by one of her novels, although I don't know this one. But let's just see, shall we? Let's just jump into the game, shall we? This is a hidden object game developed by Floodlight Games and is part of the Oberon game franchise, which became part of the iWin franchise later on. So sit back and relax. St. Lou on the Cornwall coast of England, 1927. The mayor of London begs you to take a case involving his aunt's perils. I say he is awfully complimentary. I am retired, mon ami. This old dog has gone to pasture. I would not take a case of the king himself. Oh, darn bees. Oh, get away. What? Mademoiselle, what a clumsy ox I am. But that bee flew right past my face. Nasty creatures. I say, you did take a tumble. Mademoiselle, you must rest yourself. Oh, in a minute I'll have my breath. I'm Nick Buckley, by the way. I own that house over there. End House. Look, Hastings, what a charming situation the house has. You're fortunate, Miss, Nick. It is a silly name, isn't it? My real name is Magdala, a family name. But everyone calls me after my grandfather. He was a right old devil. And funny you should say I was lucky. I was thinking that as I walked up, in the past 3 days I've escaped a crashing boulder, a picture that fell and like to have brained me, and the brakes on my car going out. I let it possibly charm his existence. I'll say, one wonders, mademoiselle. Oh, look at the time. My friends will absolutely murder me. Must run. Bye. Didn't give us a breath to introduce ourselves. Still, what a charming girl. Yes, I have a feeling we'll see her again, my friend. And soon. Alright, so we made it into the game after a short introduction to the game. Looks like this Nikki End, or whatever her name was, has escaped death 3 times. Welcome to your first investigation. The rooms colored gold are available to you in this investigation. Click on a room to start finding clues. For detailed help, go to the game menu and click help. Alright, just as the first game, I think this is a bit too high. Just turn the music down a notch. There we go. Much better. As the first game, we are divided into a different scenes where we need to find a certain amount of items. And some of them are clue as to what of the ongoing investigation. And it is divided into investigations. I just call them chapters. And I will assume there will be a bonus puzzle in the end. So as you can see, the map divided up to a ground view of both the End House, a train station, nursing home, police station. Looks like we're in a small city, or not a small city, a small town. But also a majestic hotel. I wonder if this is where I'm staying, since I'm on retirement. We're in St. Lou. Is that France? I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, we have a clue room as well. I guess we'll figure out what that is later on. Let's just start, right? We'll start in the lobby. There's something not right with Mademoiselle Buckley. 3 escapes from death in 1 week. No one is that accident prone. No, you're absolutely right. All of the items on Peril's list can be found in the scene. Click on them when you find them. Find the keys that goes on the shelf and click on it to pick it up. Click on the shelf, and according to the color, to place the key on the shelf. So 5 key in their bins. And as you can see, the graphics are somewhat a little bit better. At least to my perception of the first game. I think that's also why I like this game much more than the first game. But let's find these 5 keys. I guess we have the 5 colors to go off. There we go. Sure have the same color tags. That was the first 2. Oopsie. Ah, it is the red one. Alright, so what else do we have? We have the purple right here. And as you can see, we're still on a timer. So no dilly-dallying. So the last yellow key. With a yellow tag. That's right here. Alright. 3 cameras. I have a camera right here. A vintage camera. We're in the 20s. So I want to assume the death on the Nile is taking place even before that. A fox. Tube of paint. A water lily. Then we have a dog. A scooter. Scroll. A guest check. What is the guest check? Isn't that the guest book? Ah, it's up here. And a peak cap. Alright, room is clear. I got a clue card. The first one, Hastings. I inquired of the waiter. Miss Buckley met 3 friends in the dining room. They converged from different places. They were Commander George Challenger and Miss Rice and Mr. Lazarus. So we are earning these as clues towards the investigation. Alright. And I guess we can check them in here. Okay. There's a lot of clue cards. Alright. Hotel Garden. Oh, look at this. A serene, idyllic landscape with the sun shining. Bullet. I always wanted to see how people lived back then. Also, when you see different films and TV shows and stuff like that, even the different things that they used back then is so much cooler antique look than we have today. I always wanted to see how people lived back then. It's a sad thing we can't travel in time yet. Okay, so we need to find a bullet. That is a rather hard start to start off with. Such a small item. I wonder if this is one of the clues. What we did see in the intro cinematic that something ricocheted when she was about to fall on the stairs. So I guess if that's the bullet, maybe, not the bees. That's not a bullet. Can't see that right now. Let's find a hat. There's a hole in Miss Buckley's hat. A bee does not make such a hole, no? Only a bullet does that. What's a dumra? I have no clue what a dumra is. What's that? I don't know. What is a dumra? Oh well. Let's find a parrot. Oh, here's the bullet. That was no pebble that struck the wall. It was a bullet. Someone shot at Mademoiselle Buckley. How bold to do so in a hotel garden. And how unlucky to have done it in front of her school people. I will send the bullet to my secretary, Miss Lemon, for analysis. Miss Lemon. What a funny name. What's a dumra? I don't know. Let's find a parrot. Let's narrow down the things. A pine cone. A ring. I saw that over here. 2 shoes. Well, that was the first one. I don't know if you paid attention. It was also evident in the first game. The background noises that's going on is actually people rummaging through. It is supposed to be me, and I assume Hastings as well is helping me, which is rummaging through all the stuff in the same time. I don't know if it's a still picture, but still in the background. I almost found that quite a fantastic little addition to the game. Can. Spyglass. And a camera. We still need to figure out what a dumra is. Whatever that is. Here's the camera. I don't know what a dumra is. Should I really pick up my phone and look up the word? Ah, there it is. I say, Peril, you found evidence of foul play. Uncanny. Miss Lemon has already responded to your request for analysis. I left a reply in your room. That was quick. Ah, Miss Lemon encoded the letter, just as I instructed her. I shall fill in the missing words and see what she says. Why encode it? So I need to put all these in here and figure out what the letter says. So, Mr. I would assume that's Peru. Alright. I had the bullet analyzed at your request. It is from a registered. No. Mauser. That's a German gun. German? Mauser? Pistol. No. Pistol. As you know, it is not uncommon for veterans of the war to have these pistols as souvenirs. So I would assume this is they're talking about the First World War. So now we're gonna nick. No, end. Okay. End Magdal. No, it's too long. End house is legally registered to Magdala Buckley. You're Miss Nick. But it is heavily mortgaged to the Bank of England. That's all I have for now. Miss Lemon identifies the bullet. Now I must find the gun itself and the person who owns it. Alright, so we are looking for a German Mauser gun. Alright, congratulations, you've unlocked the evidence room. Click on the evidence room card to review clues. Alright, so we are in the number 2 investigation. We must visit End House and warn Miss Buckley of the danger. Keep your eyes open, Hastings. We may learn something along the way. Alright. This one I need to click. In the evidence room, you can review all of the clue items that you've discovered. While you're in the evidence room, the timer is paused. Take your time. Looking at the clue items. Peru's notebook has a list of locations, which are the name of a location to see the clue items found there. Click on the clue item to see Peru's comments about it. Alright? Just as we had in the first one, It is roughly, or basically the same things that pops up in the investigation. Alright, so we have Sea View Promenade, a gate entry, and a garage. Let's take the gate entry since we need to examine the end house. Find the letter that goes on the tablet and click on it to pick it up. Click on the tablet to place the letter on the tablet. Title end house. So I assume this is what we need to spell here. And that goes for the last. I clicked the right item. Maybe I didn't. So now we need an N and a D and an S. Here's the D. Talk about small letters. Just like the North on a Velavane, but we did get it. 12 pieces of newspaper. Someone has ripped up a newspaper article. I must find all the pieces. Alright, let's do that. They're all over the place. There we go. Then we have a letter. There's a letter right there. Darling Nick, I'm sure it will be another rollicking weekend with Freddy and Jim Cummings. And Jim Cumming, I think it says. You know I never tire of your little get-togethers, but I do wish you would decide to take things seriously. You know how much I want to marry you. Oh, bloody hell. You only give me that look for asking again. I probably won't even have the courage to post this. Love, George. So this Commander Challenger is in love with Miss Buckley. It does not sound like she returns the affection. Then we have a bone. There's a tiny bone there. A mug. Is this a mug? No. There's a mug up here. A horseshoe. Pineapple. In the tree. A mirror. A dog. A faithfully dog sitting there. And a boots. End house has been in the family for generations, but it's in sad shape as you can see. I had to mortgage it to make repairs last year, but there's so much more to be done. Drafty old albatross. So she admits the heavy mortgage. Let's check the garage. That is a lot of items. What a messy head, this Miss Nick. Oh, there's a little mouse there. Alright. Oh, we need to find a mouse. Is that the mouse? We did see the same thing in the first game with the dancing couple or in the cuckoo clock. It is, okay. Nice little thing. Shoe print. Oh, a main shoe print. It's impossible to know if it was left here by someone who might have tampered with the car, but it is suggestive. Alright, we still have one more clue. Brakes. Oh yeah, she did say something about destroyed brakes. It looks destroyed. It is as I expected. The brake lines to Miss Buckley's car were cut. This was no accident. So somebody wants her dead. Butterfly. I would assume it's because of insurance, but if she's the only one who owns the house, and it is heavy mortgage, covered in heavy loans, she doesn't get anything out of it, because there's no inheritance. If it's only her, unless there's somebody else, like a sister or something we haven't seen yet. A butterfly. On the can there. Figurine. Gloves. A scoop. that was a trowel, not a scoop. That's a scoop, okay. A broom in a spring. So this is from Ellen. Visitors to End House. Mostly it's her friend. Commander Challenger, Freddie Rice, and that boyfriend of hers, Jim Lazarus. They're here every night when they're in town. Thick as thieves, that lot. So she have a boyfriend